So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, they'll...
Vinicius Junior! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Has a shot! He can get that clear. Mbappe, and no, that was never going to make it. Played into space. Alexander-Arnold makes the interception. Now it's Mbappe. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I've got my eye on Militao, who's developing his game very well and quite quickly. I think you need someone very strong in the central defensive position, and he is living up to that now, delivering what he was maybe failing to deliver not so long ago, and just a lot more confidence, a lot stronger, and he'll be the one that they'll have to try and get past.
No argument from me on that front. It's and he's had a hit, and now they can spring out of defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out, and he plays one through. Oh, brilliant! Takes a shot! It's in!
That's just downright fabulous, both the disguise and the control, and then that gentle scoop.
Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Nicely weighted ball. Rudiger cuts out the pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rodrigo tries to play it through. And he's there to get it away. And the shot's on here. And he's straight offside. Camavinga.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That is good alertness. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Well timed, excellent interception. Corner then. It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. He could be in here. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And now the breakaway. Looking for the run. Oh, well measured. That's been cut out, well played.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He's having a go! Just too much. Fractions.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Now it's Rodrigo. Chouameni. It's a searching pass. And he shoots! Fantastic from Rodrigo! He's got himself an absolute peach. And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Rodrigo really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quick.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Madrid are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Alexander-Arnold. He's a sharp little ball here. And he was alert to it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that pass just didn't quite work. And here's Mbappe. Can he get it through? There's the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Eder Militao getting this one clear. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Back into the middle. Mbappe. Oh, what Rodrigo! Fantastic from Rodrigo! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
3-0. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind, and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
That's going to go a long way. Vinicius Junior. Nice control. Vinicius, and the shot! Great football, shot and save.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Corner number 2 then. Can he finish? Now, how often do you see that?
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now, can they get him away? Looking to play him in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Camavinga. Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, no joy this time. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Not the most accurate pass.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Alexander-Arnold, looking for options for movement. Mbappe receives it in a good position. And the finish! And one more try! Cleared away. So, third corner of the game. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Knocks it into space. And that's another good win of the ball. Tries to pass it through. Well, that looks a decent ball. Courtois claims comfortably. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Nice looking ball. He's going for goal! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for a runner. No, that's been intercepted. And that is a little undercooked. Well, that looks a cracking ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Valverde. Rodrigo. Well, that pass isn't the best. Great vision. Can he latch on to this? That is ended up in no man's land.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 11, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 10 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21.
Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Camavinga. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here. Can he get onto this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Madrid get their fourth corner. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Brahim Diaz. And the shot! Cleared without complication. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, they've got it again. He's shapes to shoot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Madrid have their third corner. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Can he finish? A whisker away from making it 4. Nicked it back promptly. Chouameni aimed beyond the defence. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the...
He's having a shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Pass somewhat off target. Driving forward. Threads one in. Oh, Red, nice interception. Brahim Diaz. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's quick to snatch it back. And that has been clubbed away. Valverde, and that's really well manoeuvred. Over to the left. Sends it crossfield. Pinches it off him. Engages and forces him off the ball. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Rudiger calmly anticipates. That has not gone well. And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
A continuación, se podrán ver en el marcador estadísticas detalladas sobre la primera parte.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Vinicius Junior stood his ground strongly. He is through here. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Camavinga. Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that flank. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think you're going to have to go a very long way to find a better all-round midfielder than Fede Valverde. He's got the engine to do all the covering, but he's a lot more than that. He's got the strength.
And the finish! Goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Marcó en el minuto 15 el dorsal 11.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Rodrigo knocks it into space. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Tries to pass it through. And he welcomes it in. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Mbappe. That's a cute ball. Not the most accurate pass. Eder Militao does really well to win the ball there.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Alexander, great chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Shot a goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Brilliantly cut out. Camavinga. Now he's got space here. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, that pass isn't the best. Aimed beyond the defence. Look at the space here! And he's quick to get it clear again. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Camavinga. Bout of passing here, really. Can he finish? Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Pass is just off target. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's been intercepted. Vinicius Junior was somewhat off target. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
He's found a way through. Chance for a shot! That has not worked out as planned.
Well, you can't fault him for his confidence, nor his willingness to have a go at that.
Tries. Oh, he's been caught napping.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Rodrigo. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Bellingham wins the duel this time. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Eder Militao gets it clear. Valverde. And here's Rodrigo. Can he finish? And he comes up trumps again. And this could be the final action of the first half. And he's there to belt it away. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
If you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about...
Mbappe! He's got a goal! And this is getting better and better. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have.
Goes for a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He has done it! Back to within one! Interesting! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
That has ended up in no man's land. And he was quick to react. Looking for options for movement. And the shot! It's in!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Eder Militao kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Rodrigo, and the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. Rodrigo! It's a sharp pass. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Back into the middle. He was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
There's the shot! And for a moment, time stood still. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
It's a loose pass. No way through. Alexander-Arnold. Great vision. Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
No joy this time. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Oh, Red, nice interception. Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Nicely weighted ball. It's played through for him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Camavinga, Rodrigo, Goulet, Arda Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. He's through here. Courtois claims comfortably. Can he get on the end of this? Can he get it through? That is a great pick out. Come up, tries a shot! Goal! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Oh, what's he done? Eder Militao has not gone well. Running strong and purposeful.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, shooting chance! Mbappe gets flagged offside.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Madrid have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Big chance! And the shot! They've done it! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Madrid could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
5 minutes to add. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Gus. Now it's Mbappe. Eder Militao cuts out the pass. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that is as far as it goes. Madrid were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary and we should be in for something very special. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That looks a cracking ball. That is a brilliant interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Chance for a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the...
Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rodrigo. Brilliantly cut out. Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Rodrigo. Takes a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Eder Militao tries to clear. Looking to play him in. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. He's tried one! It's off target and by quite a way.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Distributed tidily. Camavinga. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Valverde. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Rudiger makes the interception. Now it's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's picked out the run. Decent chance! Off the post. No mistake. They have come roaring back.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Great chance! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Nicely aimed pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That's been slipped through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's fallen loose again! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Madrid take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Passing nice and neat. He's having a shot! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! A finish right from the top draw! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Now it's Mbappe. Madrid do have a chance to counter here. He's beaten the last man. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. No, he's just misjudged that one. And he's got the beating of his... And the shot! It's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, It's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The
chance! They've scored! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And the first 45 minutes are up. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Really well taken goal. Oh, that's not going to count. And we go again.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Tries to play it through. Now just the goalkeeper shapes to shoot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Oh, what a climb! He's having a go! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
That's a shade optimistic. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, that's a key interception. Valverde. Nicely weighted ball. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's through here. And he's intervened well there. Madrid really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. And no, that was never going to make it.
Rodrigo really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Mbappe. Neatly clipped into space. And he's had a hit! And the keeper's glad to see the back of that.
Bellingham might just be regretting what was probably the toughest of his options.
Great vision. John, surely! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Corner
11
number 2 then.
será sustituido por el dorsal 21. Se va a llevar a cabo un
That's
cambio
exactly
de
what they
jugadores.
need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
This might spell danger. Can he finish? Mbappe! Irrepressible! About as smooth as it gets. What remarkable powers of recovery.
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Mbappe,
He's going for goal! Oh, it rattles the bar! Camavinga. That has been cut short. Madrid do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Can he get on the end of this? Now that's well seen too. Camavinga. Throw in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 12.
And that's definitely not his
serán
best.
sustituidos por el dorsal 46.
Threads
el
one in.
dorsal 2.
Eder Militao
Cambio de
kept his eye on it, and he's there. No luck with that dink over the top. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Madrid have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Valverde aims beyond the defence.
well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, whistle's gone, now then! No, the referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Alexander-Arnold considers his options. And the shot! Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! And he's there to clear it. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Well, there's the clearance. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Mbappe picks it up out wide. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now, can they get him away?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he cuts out the supply. Tries to pass it through. It's a pretty loose pass. Looking for the run. Played back in. Oh, well played. Goes for a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Not the most accurate pass. Nicely intercepted. He's through. Mbappe. And the shot! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Madrid complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes. The shoots! And it's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! There was to be only one outcome.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
El dorsal 3.
The final whistle and confirmation, we are headed for penalties.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So we head for the final act. It will be penalties. Calmly, he puts the ball down on the spot. Mbappe is first to take the long walk. And he does it with poise.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
And so the captain steps up. Oh, quite remarkable miss. Madrid are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Would have taken the keeper with it. And that doubles their lead. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
This to double their advantage. No, he's hit it right at the goalkeeper.
Well, he didn't hit that with any sort of conviction, and it's an easy save in the end.
Vinicius Junior is the third man to step forward. Oh, the keeper could have stood still and stopped it.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
He's put it wide. Goulart comes up, their fourth taker. That's how it's done. He made the keeper commit.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
And stuck away with ice in his veins.
Pick your spot, don't change your mind, and the keeper should be neutralised.
So all eyes on the goalkeeper. That's it! It is done! Madrid fall short in the lottery that is the penalty shootout. As cruel as that is, the two sides had been inseparable after 2 hours of action.
Oh, this is so tough on the penalty taker as the heroes celebrate. Right now, it's a horrible experience, but they really should try and get those chins up.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. we'd like to see excitement and be entertained. But if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
We have already started here. It's a searching pass. Courtois sends that a long way. That has not gone well. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Threads one in. Engages and forces him off the ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Madrid finding their passes. It's a promising position. There's the shot! That was mighty close. Madrid have it back and can go again. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. But they've got it again. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Rodrigo. Rodrigo! It's bounced back off the post. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Tchouaméni goes steaming forward. Vinicius Junior. Rudiger gets it clear. And that's a throw-in. And it's Bellingham. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Mbappe. Good, strong midfield running here. Camavinga.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Nice control. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's lofted through here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That's been drilled forward. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Great vision. Rudiger does really well to win the ball there. Looking for the run. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. This looks promising. Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Somewhat off target. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he was quick to react. Rudiger. Nice looking ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Takes a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's in! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Mbappe. That's good play. Well, that pass isn't the best. Ambitious ball here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vinicius Junior knocks it into space, and he welcomes it in. Good ball, good take. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Madrid leading 1-0 at the break. And a chance! Really well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Valverde, Traumeri, Mbappe, Valverde, and that has left him in a heap. Now it's Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent.
Big chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. It's not an especially good pass, that. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's intervened well there. Valverde. Now this could be a chance. He tries a shot! It's anyone's ball now. It's their second corner of the game. Goes for a shot! They've scored! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Bellingham duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Well, that has not gone well. Camavinga, lovely pass, but can he get there? He can run onto that.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the
shoots! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
And they're quick to get it back. Spread it left. Vinicius Junior looking to get on the end of this. The most accurate pass. Rodrigo. And that's a good ball. Shot a goal! Oh, the ball's come loose here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Time then for the first substitution of the game. Rodrigo, who got amongst the goals, is being taken off now.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
He's having a go! And that is doing no harm at all.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Camavinga wins the duel this time. Oh, well measured. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 12. Serán sustituidos por...
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
El dorsal 2.
Madrid have now used up all but real chance! And yes, it's there! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So all square, and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect.
Great chance! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
A searching ball out wide. Great defending, strong and determined. Nicely weighted ball. Can he get it through? Oh, that's superb.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now, can they get him away? And that could set him on his way. Pass somewhat off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Mbappe!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he shoots! Oh, that was venomous. Rudiger is there, and he can pick it up. Nicely shaped ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Habrá 5 minutos de descuento.
5 minutes to add. Camavinga puts his foot on the gas. Mbappe! He's in plenty of space here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, that's well spotted. Camavinga. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's a lovely, neat pass. Rudiger cuts out the pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Vinicius Junior. Carvajal spots it and intercepts. And that is it. There will be penalties.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So we brace ourselves for the nerve-shredding ordeal that is penalties. Mbappe, first in line. And he puts them one up.
Brilliantly done. Never took his eye off the keeper either.
And so the captain steps up. And the keeper's come up trumps.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
Madrid are looking for comfort. Boom, low, telling. And He's put them 2 in front. Madrid can't afford to miss another one. He's managed to miss it. Brahim Diaz is the third man to step forward. Oh, it's a really good save.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
That's won it! So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end.
Well, there's really nothing quite like the excitement of a penalty shootout. They'll be absolutely delighted to avenge it their way.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish